Alright, I am in downtown San Antonio. That's my hotel right there. Right, and there's the Alamo. Right over there. Somewhere back in there. Where I'm going tomorrow. And check that out. I thought that was pretty cool. Maddie McMurphy's. So that's my first stop downtown San Antonio. Maddie McMurphy's. I'm taking a look at a menu because I'm kind of hungry, kind of not. I feel like I should have something in my stomach. McNutty's or whatever that place was, McPatty's Nuts, whatever, was a bust because their oven was broken, so I couldn't get any food. My choice was pretzel bites, and pizza, but their oven was broken. So what was it? Microwave pretzels and microwave pizza? That was a hard no for me. That's the kind of shit you expect to see in Texas. First look at the Riverwalk. I kind of like it. So now I think I need to walk further to find what I'm looking for, because that looks kind of cool. I mean, actually it looks kind of dirty and nasty because it's kind of stagnant water, but I mean, everything else around it looks kind of cool. Restaurants, things like that. Let's adventure forth. All right, so this is the Riverwalk down here. Found my way down here. But there's like 1,000 restaurants. How do you choose where to eat? It's kind of crazy. Although I did see a cook on his smoke break upstairs and I was picking his brain. And he's like, oh, you gotta try this, you gotta try that, you gotta... I lost count. I really did. I lost count what he was talking about. I heard chicken fried steak, and I'm like, dude, that's the last thing on the fucking earth I want right now is a chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes. No, although he did say they make their own white pepper gravy, so that's a hard one. But I just don't think I can put that in my stomach right now and keep it down. So, all right, well, I'm gonna keep walking this way. And we'll see what happens. Still, this thing goes on forever. I mean, it's up and down, both sides. It's absolutely insane. It's very cool. It's like that little thing in Oklahoma City, but it's like three times the size. It's crazy. And these guys are gonna make sure I keep myself in check, or I'm gonna get in trouble, right?
Sir.
I may not be riding or anything like that, but damn. Just going from one side of the Riverwalk to the other is a pretty sweet exercise. Holy cow. And then you gotta go down the same way. I can get a hoodie that says, I survived the Alamo. When nobody survived the Alamo. So that would be funny, maybe. This is very loud. Like Houston, Katy, Texas, I never need to go back there ever. I mean, unless there's a really good purpose, I never need to go back there. San Antonio, I can come back here and hang out for a weekend.
Yo no soy marinero, yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán.
Kicking hipster dances and raising hell. M is for the mud flaps on my pickup truck. O is for the hole I put in my hair. T is for T-Bird, H for Haggard, E for eggs, and R stands for
Redneck.
is a redneck mother. Mother, you have taught this song so well. 34 and drinking in a honky tonk, kicking hipsters' asses and raising hell.
I bought my tickets to go see the Alamo this morning online. I've got 5 more minutes till my time slot is available for me to go in to a museum. I love you, Miranda. But it should be cool, and I'll try and make it look really cool. Try and gather as much footage as possible to make it a good tour for you. So I'm like 20 seconds into the tour. I already want out. There's no pictures inside, so I can't take any pictures for you. It doesn't make any sense. It's the only reason I'm doing this. That's one of the cannons from the battle. So that's cool. Alright, well, that was the Alamo building. I hope you enjoyed that. Couldn't take any pictures on the inside, but that right there on the inside in the room is where the last soldiers were fighting. That's where they died. It was all in this little room right there at the very end. It's kind of fucked up. I think that's all like original stuff from like when they first built this. So it's kind of old. Kind of really old. So they planted this tree right here in dedication for all the soldiers that died here. But look at this thing, it's just massive. It's ridiculous. Look at that branch, man. It goes all the way from there. But I was reading all the names of the soldiers who, because they have them all listed, like the ones they knew of. They have them all listed on different plaques and stuff inside, and there was a lot of people from Europe, some Germans, a lot of Irish people, a lot of English people who were fighting, and not only that, but there was a lot of Mexican people that were fighting against the Mexican army in the Alamo, along with the white people and the Europeans and so on and so forth. So it really wasn't like a racial war kind of thing. It was just territory. They wanted their ground back, or we wanted their ground. One of the two. We ended up winning though, so. One time this was a Catholic mission. Now they're selling souvenirs and cold drinks. Oh, what would Jesus say? They called that guy El Colorado because he had red hair. Oh hell. So he was a total ginger down here with all Mexican people. So if you see Mexican people out there with red hair now, it's probably part of his doing. El Colorado. So that's a pecan tree. I didn't realize this, but there are a ton of pecan trees in Texas. It's like one of their big things is pecan nuts. I do like pecan pie though. I like caramelized pecans. Pecans are pretty good actually. That would suck to sleep on. Oh my God, that would be horrific. Especially if you were sick or injured. Oh, what a mercy. So this whole thing, it's called the Long Barracks, where they slept. Chill time. It's a super old well. Check out this tree. So this thing says the tree was 40 years old when it was transplanted here. Where's my nut? Got these poles in there to keep that branch up. On the other side. Crazy. That's when Jesus is gonna turn some tables over right there. Man, did I pick the right time to come here and check this place out. Because I just finished my little tour and that's about to enter. Holy hell. That would have been unbearable, I think. Alright, so that can is just a replica. It's not very old. Well, I mean, it could be like decades old, but it's not like 1836 old and shit. But it was it's an exact replica of the one they used to defend some corner of the Alamo. But it's kind of brutal. Like, they shot this cannon at the Mexican army and it pissed them off. And so the leader of the Mexican army was like, all right, we're not taking any prisoners. And he raised, you can see it there, the red flag. Meaning no quarter. So even if they surrendered, they would have been killed. And they did. Like, there was like a handful of guys that surrendered because they were the last ones. They had no ammo, they had nothing left. And he executed them all. So they would have had the real cannon, not just the replica. They would have had the real cannon, but they moved it to a park. And in 1917, somebody stole the fucking cannon. That's what it was right there. That's what it looked like. When they recovered it in like 1858 or something. Someone nicked it. Oh. So there was only 189 men that were defending the Alamo from the Mexican army. It's not very many people. So to wrap up on the Alamo, I guess there was something like 5,000 Mexican soldiers in the siege. There was 180 something of the Texans, which were then called the rebels because they had started the revolution, right? And they killed like almost 1,000 of Santa Anna's men before they were, of course, all killed. And I guess the siege lasted like 13 days. And on the last day, they breached one of the walls, and that's how they were able to get all their soldiers in there. So I guess the whole like Texas-Mexico thing started not really as much over like territory as ideals. The Mexicans were making huge overtures towards about ending slavery. And the Texans, who most of them just came from the South to grow cotton in Texas, were like, hell no, we don't want to do that. So really it wasn't about territory as much as it was about slavery. So I'm just wondering how long it is before BLM burns down the fucking Alamo. That's all I have to say about the Alamo.